Rubber Ducky here. Welcome to episode 8 of the German campaign in Close Combat 3. Subscribers and feedback keep growing, so click the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications. This one we've got some weird stuff going on, so be sure to stay tuned for the update, that way you're not confused with what's happened. Well, as you may have noticed, this is not the correct map. I had a recording problem and no video was captured. I still don't know why, but when I went to get this ready, it was all black. So we'll be skipping day 5 and we'll be going straight to day 6. But before I do that, I will give you a small recap of what I can recall. FYI, it was not good. So, for the recap, I had no vehicles left after the last engagement, including Brunner's command tank. I had about 180 points to use to refit 6 crew with vehicles and 3 Schützen squads. Well, I did not do that. Brunner's team cost almost 100 points. For some reason, he was downgraded all the way to a single commander. Stronsky also had the same problem, but he still remained a tank despite not actually having one. His refit was something around 30 points less. I wanted to do him, but he also needed rest and had lower morale and experience. I couldn't afford both as he came in still at around 70, so I put him on rest to refit with a tank when I had the resources. I had to get rid of all but one of the infantry squads due to their lack of manpower and cost to refit for the defensive. I chose to do this because I did have a captured Soviet 76mm AT gun that I wanted to grab. I used the points regained from the infantry to take 2 scouts, which became Waldo and Steiner. They did not make it. So, along with Costa's tank, which I was able to refit, I had Brunner and a second 8cm mortar crew, which Andy's Raiders made up after the dissolution of their team. To make a long story short, I placed Hugh Jorgen, the AT gun, in the woods above the hill. He spotted a KV-1 which was engaged at range. He was swinging his big barrel around like he had something to prove. You know, one of those units that told everyone how much he was bringing to the fight. Well, he had green cues to shoot, but still took something like 10 rounds to destroy the vehicle. I got off a few more shots when a second KV-1 rolled up in basically the same spot, but didn't have enough rounds to kill it. I ended up with a dozen HE rounds and was hit with a mortar immediately after that. It completely destroyed the gun and the crew. I positioned Brunner and Costa in an ambush position as the third KV-1 came in from the south. The gun would have actually had great lines to the rear and side of the tank, but only had the HE and was already dead. Brunner and Costa stopped it, but they were killed before they managed to deal with the second one. I don't believe that they actually got a proper kill on Tank 3, but I ended up beginning the retreat, and Tank 2 came rolling in and annihilated Andy's Raiders. The men in the Schützen squad used grenade bundles as the tank drove over their trench, but were unable to do any damage. The tank gunned them down so fast. Rest in peace, Munat. As the rest of the men hoped to retreat from the fray, they were hit by accurate shelling and machine gun fire from the tank. The sole survivor from the whole battle was the leader in Brunner's squad, though he still was wounded. The AT gun was okay, I liked it, but it took way too much ammo and time to kill one tank, or we would have had this. The enemy was coming in waves and I could have handled it, but the damn tanks wouldn't die. Memorial services will be held for our fallen comrades at a future date. So now we begin our next phase. We've got all the way back to this battlefield, though I already see some promising ideas. We do have positions in the trenches to the right of the minefield. So I kind of like the idea of using a forward advance unit here and then kind of spotting for vehicles or anti-tank guns to the left of the trench. But now what we're going to have to do is figure out what to do because this is what we've got. So we're going to begin this with 250 points. And as you can see, Brunner is back to a single man, not even a tank. So to refit him, we're looking at 93. We have Stronsky, Richter, and Mulligan on rest. The reason Mulligan's on rest was he was in need of rest. That's why I took the second mortar squad. So he's back, he's good to go. Rick, though, does not have a tank, so we got to figure out if we give him a tank, what we do about Stronsky, what we do about what used to be Brunner. If we look in armor, you can see we've got Panzer IIIs, they're 80 points. That's kind of a lot when we've only got 250 and no army. We could look down here at the Stug. I want to kind of take one I keep hearing really good things. We already know the Panzer III's not getting the job done. So if we take this and we lose it, at least we save 18 points along the way. That might be the way we go, but I am going to play with some of the numbers here for just a moment before we get into this. I know this one's going to be a long start and a long briefing, but I don't really know what else to do because it's kind of chaos. If we refit him, it is 59. I wouldn't be against that. That's not bad, but I kind of like having a command tank instead of just a tank. If the choice is there, I would rather the tank be a command tank. If we sell him, he's 10. Somehow selling Stronsky is 12. I don't know why, but we'll sell him. Stronsky's still a command unit and has better morale. So if we keep him for later, that might be the way to go. We can upgrade Brunner to a command team, I guess. That's 6 points, because getting him up to the command vehicle in the tank level, it's going to be 93. So that's a third of our points. And here he's 80. I guess because he's got part of his crew. I don't really know why he's less. So I still don't understand why Brunner is a command crew, but he's also a commander, not a command vehicle, even though he was in a command vehicle when he became, solo. So if we come back here and we take a look at the map, we're not going to have a lot of options as far as how many units. So if we put some scouts up front to watch for them, and then kind of put everybody near the trees in the center, we can get like one AT gun or one tank or something that maybe can get some shots as they drive past. Let's take a look through the command and see how much just a new tank is. So it's 104 for a command tank, and it's going to be 80 or so to refit. Infantry, there's nothing. Armor, there's no captured tanks or anything that I've missed, so I didn't miss that. We could go with the Mark IV. I'm being told the Mark IV is the way to go for the long run, even though it's not really great right this minute. I think I'm mostly inclined to take the assault gun, save the points, and then it may do better than what we've got. So, I mean, it's not going to do worse. We haven't killed anybody effectively. So if we come down here and we take the Stug, then all of a sudden we're down to about 200. Stronsky, we throw 80 at him. That puts us at 120. It's not a lot left to do anything else, because you got to figure it's going to be 40 or so points for an AT gun. So I'm not sure. I'm really torn. I really don't know. I'm sorry. It's hard. We can, I don't know. We can go with that, but I hope it's not a mistake. I don't know. I feel like we need a command tank, and that's the cheaper option. If we upgrade Brunner, it costs an extra 10. So I really hope that's not a mistake. Oh, do you see this? We got an 88 here. I haven't seen that. Yes, please. It's also 88 points, but that still leaves us enough points that we can maybe make something happen. We'll have 92. So we take the 88. And what if, where I was talking about putting them in the middle of the map by the trees, what if we put that in the trees? We wait for their tanks to drive by and blast them with the 88. We have the tank hiding behind the trees, and we roll out and mop up as we need to. Also, the 88 is going to be Jorge Castillo, as per request. It's the first person who's requested being an 88 to the best of my knowledge. So that's where we're going with that one. So we can take a second vehicle, and that'll use half to more than half of our points. And we'd maybe take the Stug, leaves us 29. We've got a command tank and a Mark III. We got the Stug. We got an 88. So we've got kind of diversity in our AT ability here. So that might be the way to go there. Stug has also had a name request. He's going to become Graf von Bonhoff. But we're going to have a spelling issue because it's actually too many characters to fit into the name. So I'm going to ditch the second space and I'm just going to capitalize the B. It's going to be how it has to be. We have 29 remaining points, 3 AT systems. We still have Mulligan to put down some cover and suppress any enemy assaults that come our way. So we need to find a way to use the 29 points most effectively. This is where I'm leaning on the scout units once more. I've had mixed results, I've had mixed opinions, but I do think for 10 points apiece, we get 2 scouts, and since people have requested them, and I kind of took it away from them, we're going to have Waldo and Steiner come back as scouts. Normally, if your unit is lost, I will be taking you out of the rotation, putting in someone who's requested it, but I am unchecking the box next to your name when I do that, so you get put back into the rotation to come up again. So back to the point, I want to use the scouts because they are cheap, and we can use them to kind of maybe absorb bullets, but also alert our units that the enemy is approaching. So even by using those 6 points on Brunner, we get a command team instead of just one guy, but we still have enough points that we can take the scouts. I'm not going to lie, I'm tempted to take the MG34. I just don't know that it's worth putting them up front because I don't know that infantry waves are going to be our issue. I think we take the scouts and we hope that a little bit of maneuverability is what pays off and maybe keeps them alive. So there you have it. Crazy updates, no army, and this is what we're defending the second battlefield with. So all of our progress, kind of for nothing. We got 1 command team, 1 command tank, 2 scouts, a Stug, an 88, and 1 mortar. And I forgot, this one's got to become Steiner real quick. There we go. Sorry about the long delays, but we're ready to do it. Okay, so we don't want everybody up here. Let's see. Mulligan, I don't know. We're not placing them. I think we're getting them out of the way so we can find everybody. I kind of like this bunker, to be honest. I think we'll go Waldo in here, put them on ambush, and then we'll find Steiner. And I think, where is he? No, that's still Mulligan. Where is he? Here in the trench. Okay. One of these bottom bunkers, I'm thinking, like maybe this one, kind of cover the south. We got 1 team covering the top, 1 team covering the bottom. They're just going to be eyes for us. Now it's a matter of setting up our ambush. And we got Brunner's squad. We need some command element support. I don't even know where. We're going to have to figure out where everything's going. Apparently, I did not title our tank after I renewed it. All right. Where do we put Jorge? Somewhere in the trees. Get these guys out of here. I don't know. Back here. Oh, no. That building's going to block his view. So, maybe down in this small pocket. All right. He can see up there. You can actually see deep up there. Not across the trench, though. So the trench has a berm along the edges of it, I guess, and that's a problem. But that's still not a bad spot. Can we still see? Kind of repositions them, so hopefully that doesn't affect it. And what about down? We can actually see the bottom approach too. My biggest priority is the one up top, just because it's closest to the gun. But I will take a view of the whole thing. So now we need to move Brunner in here. He's going to be supporting basically just the 88. I want to make sure that they have the best support that they can get, so he's pretty much just dedicated to this forest. We got also Mulligan right behind him. Hopefully Mulligan's got line of sight on whatever he needs to shoot so he can get some accurate shots. We got to figure out where to hide the tanks. Maybe here. Maybe we just keep them up top. That way everything is ready to fight, but obviously that's not a long shot to be able to get looped around to the south because it's open terrain. So this still gives them cover, and then maybe we put them kind of defending to the southeast, and maybe even what would be Stronsky All right, he's safe from the trench, so I don't worry about him being on the road. I think I'm just going to put him here to the northeast, and we just have that kind of defensive posture set up. That's everybody. Ambush, ambush. I think we're good. I got a few hotkeys set for these guys, so let's see. All right, everything's quiet. We are going to stick around and wait for them to come to us. I guess, do I just ask for a ceasefire now? Just like some of my battles in close combat too? I don't think we open up on that. I don't think we give away our position over an infantry squad. But we know that they're crawling straight at Waldo, so let's be ready for it. Oh, we got a tank. I was going to say I do worry about the infantry squad that's kind of crawling up on Waldo. And now the tank's coming straight at him. It actually might be time to pull them back. Get them in the trench. Maybe. Okay, is he going to stay there? Is he going to go up on the hill? I don't know. Now I'm wondering if I pull them out, they're not physically in the building. I don't know if they're like because they're on ambush. I don't know if they're going to just shoot at someone as soon as they get close to them. That may just be what we have to do is let that happen. But I'm wondering now though, like there's obviously better cover in the building, and if they don't come right to him, he might actually stay put and not shoot. So I'm actually thinking this was a bad idea, and we're going back inside. Hold on. Where's he going? Yeah, let's get in there. If he's going to bypass us, let's actually hide in here so when he gets to the trench, he doesn't just see us. Green. Look at that. Green. We don't have line of sight, but good effect on target at 220 meters. Ooh. Okay, so if he's below the flag, we could probably hit him from where we are. So I think we are going to focus on this point right now. I'm glancing at the minimap. I don't see anything happening, so I'm okay just watching this field, see if he moves back down and we can get some fire from the 88. I do want Waldo to survive, but I might be being too greedy and trying to preserve them a little too much that I don't take enough necessary risk to just keep him out in front and make sure we spot for the tank. Steiner is... They do have some light anti-tank ability at 2 to 4 meters, but I don't know that that's actually going to be enough if somebody comes to them. Here we go. Open up. Mortars on these guys. Of course, the 88 misses. Mortar hits but doesn't hit. Hits but doesn't hit. Again. There we go. All right, KV-1 is sending fire back. Ricochet. It is damaged. KV-1 is damaged. Come on, mortars. Yes! Do some damage to them. All right, 88 is where it's at. Tank is dead. All right, we got responding fire coming out of the east. Where's it going? What is that? What is that? What are they shooting? That is way bigger than what I got. I keep getting told that size doesn't matter all the time, but that's pretty big, and it's going to mess us up. Oh, I mean, there's nowhere to go. They won't give us a ceasefire. Ooh, they won't give us a ceasefire. Moving the tanks. We're moving the tanks. We are going to flank around and look for that mortar or whatever it is. We got retreating infantry up there, nothing to worry about. Tanks are on the move. And those are getting close. You guys told me that the 88 would be a mortar magnet, and it is. But there it goes, actually. But it's the only thing that's killed one of their tanks for me. So it got the KV-1. I know it's dead, but what else was I going to do? That's retreating infantry up there. What's going on over here? What's down? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You guys, nope, nope. Nope, that's not going to work either. Wow, oh, okay, Steiner crawled out of the bunker. Oh my god, get back in the bunker. Get back in the bunker. You guys, get up here. Select and, I don't know, move down here. Move. Why can't I move? Immobile. He's immobile. Alright. Let's get Stronsky out of here. Charge ahead, charge ahead. Unfortunately, too, because this is a stug, we can't turn the turret. Try and put some smoke out, hope for the best. That's just more infantry. That's nothing to worry about right now. We're going to drop some mortars on it. Okay, keep going, keep going. Stug's still getting hit. Graf is not going to survive very long. I had higher hopes than that. Stronsky can't do anything about that tank at that range. So we need to get all the way down here, get some cover between us. Ooh, he's shooting at us. He's shooting at us. I don't know. Keep going, keep going. Engage, try and engage too. What's crazy is he can shoot at me over those trenches, but the 88 couldn't shoot over the trenches. Okay, I move away for 1 second, and Stronsky's hit. You guys, I don't know, get through the trees to the edge of the map. Just bug out. The smoke did work. It forced the tank to reposition, but I was a little late on that, so that's my fault. They got another tank. Awesome. That's exactly how this is going to go. I think roads to Moscow is a write-off. I don't think we are going to get anything out of this. We are playing catch-up now. We have too weak of an army to do anything about it, and there's no way to really recover. I'm more worried about how we start the next battlefield, or the next operation, if every unit is dead when we get there. If everybody could just bug out, we really need to recover any units that we can. Waldo, get going. They are just charging you, bro. Go. I'm guessing that you're thinking I should take the flea, but I actually have a sound strategy here. I want these guys to pull back. I want to try and buy some time. I'm hoping that we can maybe secure a ceasefire from here as long as I can get my units pulled back and avoid the conflict. So it's not a great strategy, but I am not fully prepared to just surrender. Oh, you know what? They aborted, huh? They got out of the tank. One of these teams running. No, that's the other one. That's Stronsky. I thought they got out of the tank. Am I missing something? It says they're defending somewhere. Maybe they are still in the tank, but they just can't shoot smoke. Maybe I was putting it too far out of range of the barrel and the tank can't pivot. Either way, doesn't matter. Steiner's taking fire. From where? Just straight behind the tank behind him? Way down south. Okay, you guys are almost in the trees. That'll look good. Waldo's getting there. And Mulligan's moving out. I should have screened better with smoke before we really opened up. I didn't really think about it. I wanted to get our first shot out to be an effective one, but I probably should have laid some smoke as soon as I was ready to target the tank. Now it's just a matter of seeing if they'll accept that ceasefire that we put in. Steiner's getting close. They're like 3/4 of the way there. They're not having good luck, I guess. Let's put it that way. If you're in a vehicle and you're on my team, you're having a bad day. Graf is still hanging tight. They have not abandoned the vehicle, I guess. They're just immobile. Kind of fortunate that the KV-1 down there is not actually still engaging him. What about everybody else? Whoa! That shot came from all the way up top. How? Hide behind the trees, I guess. Why are you guys not abandoning the post? Get off the map. Oh, machine gun fire. Keep going. Okay. Tree cover. Get off the map. Alright, they're almost there. You guys stay in the trees. Whatever you do, stay in the trees. They're not going to accept the ceasefire. I could flee. We don't have anything that we can do about it if we chose to stick around. All right, Steiner made it. We are going to have to pull back all the way on the next map and just turtle in a corner somewhere. We're going to flee, I think. I don't want to wait for this. I don't want to make you guys wait for this. That guy just died? Oh, no, no, no. Okay, it's just his bad cover. I thought somebody just died for no reason. That team down there is still sitting by the trees and hasn't left. I don't know if I should be concerned about that. If we flee, how much is it going to cost us? Well, that was weird. They did end up giving us the ceasefire. We lost 3 infantry, 1 tank, and a gun. We have the Stug. That's the one that's damaged, so we can keep that for the next fight. They lost 1 leader, 4 infantry, and 1 tank. We wounded a few more, but we're out for blood. That's not going to cut it. Operationally speaking, I think things are starting to really take a turn for the worse because we're losing a lot of armor and it's mounting. So we've lost 5 total tanks, 1 AT gun. We've had another damaged tank and 3 tanks that were captured. We're still sitting at only 30 killed. They've got 40 killed. We're actually catching up to them right now. They got 46 wounded to our 36, but their points are growing and ours are diminishing. I think we take a look through the details and see what this is all about. So Brunner is doing okay, 1 wounded. What would be Stronsky in the Mark III command vehicle, 2 KIA, 2 wounded, overall struggling for that tank. Waldo made it off the battlefield okay. Steiner has 1 incapacitated, 2 that are okay. Graf von Bonhoff, you were doing okay. I just put you in a bad spot. Still struggled through it. We only have 1 injured on that team. Jorge, I liked your 88. You were doing wonderful things for me. I just need you to not get hit by the giant mortars that fall from the sky out of nowhere. So 1 loss, 1 wounded, and a single incapacitated there. So we have the team. We're just going to have to refit it. Lastly, Mulligan. Everybody survived on Mulligan despite a shell landing right in the middle of them. We want to see what kills we've got here. Brunner, that's an old half kill. Let's see. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, Jorge has the 1 tank kill. And then everybody was Mulligan. Okay, Mulligan got all the kills. Not really what we want. We don't want our mortar to get all of our kills and everybody else run for their lives. Some medals. We've got that old Knight's Cross from Brunner. That's not new. And then the only thing that's new here, Mark III has a wound badge. That makes sense. We had some wounded, a couple of assault badges. Yeah, nothing else, just a couple of assault badges. So we obviously faced a struggle here. I've had an epiphany that maybe all of you assumed I knew about, and that's why you're yelling at me to do certain things. But here's what I realized. The units don't just refit to any unit, and it's not all the same regardless of how I choose to start. But rather, they have specific skill trees, and that's where I need to put my upgrades. So I need to be thinking further ahead about something I want down the road and how it's going to affect me in the next operation. Furthermore, because I retired a bunch of units a few battles ago, I lost veteran status as well as experience. It didn't seem like a big deal at the time because I do it in a bridge too far all the time, but I traded faster, more accurate firing for an altogether different force with no experience. I know I was going to face some hard times no matter what, but I do need to think bigger picture so that that doesn't happen. I don't want to fill a spot with an expensive 88, but at the same time, I don't know how else to fight their tanks right now besides that. So we're going to wrap this one up. It's getting pretty long. I'm sorry you guys missed my epic fail on the previous battle, but it was worse than this. Tune in for the next one. Let's see if I can figure something out here. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Keep the comments coming.